Between 1939 and 1945, the Allied strategic bombing campaign against Nazi Germany became one of the defining features of the Second World War. Executed primarily by the Royal Air Force's Bomber Command and the United States Army Air Forces, with significant contributions from across the Commonwealth. RAF Bomber Command and the USAAF's 8th Air Force employed differing tactics, the British flying night area bombing raids, and the Americans conducting daylight precision bombing. Despite doctrinal differences, the psychological pressures on their aircrews were remarkably similar. Whether over Hamburg by moonlight or in daylight raids on Schweinfurt and Regensburg, Allied bomber crews faced extreme odds of death, grievous injury, or capture on every mission. Indeed, Bomber Command aircrews suffered a 44% death rate over the war, 55,573 killed out of 125,000, one of the highest casualty rates of any Allied service. American 8th Air Force bomber crews likewise endured heavy losses, especially before long-range fighter escorts became available in 1944. Beyond the British and American crews, the Royal Canadian Air Force made the largest contribution among the Commonwealth nations. By 1944, Canadians formed roughly 30% of Bomber Command's strength, serving both in No. 6 Group RCAF, a Canadian-administered group of 15 squadrons, and dispersed throughout other RAF units. Some 9,988 Canadian airmen were killed on Bomber Command operations. A staggering 58% of all RCAF Bomber Command personnel became casualties. Australians also served in large numbers, around 10,000 in Bomber Command, of whom more than 4,100 were killed. They had dedicated Australian squadrons such as numbers 460 and 467 RAAF, but many Aussies were mixed into RAF crews as well. New Zealanders, Polish and Free French also served under RAF operational control. Polish crews in particular were renowned for their determination, having personal scores to settle with the Nazis. As we will explore, combat stress among these men was not confined to moments of action. It was cumulative, progressive, and at times incapacitating. Flying in unpressurized aircraft at high altitudes, enduring anti-aircraft fire and enemy interceptors, and witnessing the deaths of comrades, many bomber crewmen developed symptoms we would now recognize as consistent with post-traumatic stress disorder. This episode explores the psychological cost of the strategic air war on those who fought it from above, how sustained aerial combat affected cognition, morale, emotional resilience, and group cohesion across the Allied bomber forces. If you've enjoyed this content, subscribe to our channel, where we deep dive into military aviation history